The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by State of Franklin Healthcare Associates. Once again, it is time to meet your provider with State of Franklin Healthcare Associates. And today, we're talking with Dr. Raymond Kohne. How you doing, Doc?
Doing great, Chris. Good to see you again.
We've talked before, but
we have.
We're going to find out more about you today. That's what these conversations are all about. Let's find out about your journey to becoming a doctor. First of all, what drew you to medicine?
So when I was a child, I went to the doctor every now and again, and I thought what he did was really cool. And so it started early on, and then once I got into university and that, it was a natural calling for me. I knew I wanted to do that, and glad I did. Turned out really well. I've really enjoyed my career.
And that career led Dr. Kohne into the field of radiology.
Well, we've been in different areas of radiology since residency. You know, in medical school, obviously you go through all the different modalities and decide, you know, what do I want to be, a surgeon, a radiologist, etc. I chose radiology. Glad I did. It's been a wonderful career for me. It saves lives, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So it worked out well. I like electronics and computers and toys, and we have the best toys. And I don't have to pay for them, so that was a natural progression for me.
And as you look back from the time you started in radiology to now, just the amazing amount of technology that has come along.
Day and night, day and night. I know in residency, we were dreaming about the things that we're able to do now. And I think in the future, things are going to go even crazier with AI, because we'll be able to find things better. It'll take some of the pressure and load off. So our profession is really going to change dramatically. It has in the last 30 years. I've been doing this for 31 years as of July 1. But the next 5 years, I think we'll see as much change as we did in the last 30 in the next 5.
As a radiologist, Dr. Kohne's main objective is to catch disease in its earliest stages for the best outcomes for his patients.
And that's the key, staying on top of it. You know, if you can catch things early, you can make a huge difference. What I give lectures now, like I was telling you, and I have a lecture called Making a Difference, Not a Diagnosis. When you come in with a palpable mass, I'm making a diagnosis. When you come in for screening, I'm making a difference. Because if I can catch these things under a centimeter or around a centimeter, 98% 5-year survival versus 88% if it's palpable around 2 centimeters in size. That's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
You like making that difference in people's lives.
Absolutely. That's why we do what we do, because we can make that difference.
Aviation is another area that Dr. Kohne is very passionate about.
I actually paid my way through school. I was a flight instructor as well for 6 years. Haven't flown much lately because I don't have much time anymore, but it's a lot of fun. And actually, you know, you're asking, was I going to be a doctor? My second choice actually was to be a professional pilot, and I actually was flying across the pond over to Europe. And back then, in those days, you could go up front. I was a flight instructor, so they let me go talk to the pilots. And I sat in the jump seat for a while, and I was talking to them, and they're like, dude, you got a choice between this and being a doctor? He said, I'm a professional bus driver. I never see my family. And I go, you know what, you're right. I'm going to medical school.
Dr. Kohne also has a wife of 38 years and 2 grown children.
One is a physician, followed in my footsteps. She's internal medicine, finishing up this year. The other one finished law school and is studying for the bar. So both good kids, very proud of them. They've worked hard, and yeah, it's been good.
What are some other hobbies? What are some other things you like to do?
Oh, I love hiking. I love mountain biking. I love kayaking. You know, those are
just like being in the outdoors?
I love the outdoor stuff, right? I just love going on that Appalachian Trail. I live very close to it. Just run up there and go for a couple miles.
Looking to the future, Dr. Kohne believes that upgrades in technology are going to make his job more efficient for him and his patients. Getting back on the professional side of things, you know, you mentioned some stats there just a moment ago that kind of blew my mind, but let's look toward the future. AI is on the future. There's so many things that are on the future. What do you see yourself, you know, in 5 to 10 years doing, practicing? Is it going to be easier for you to do what you do?
I think so. I think it's going to be easier because the technology over the last 30 years has made it much easier for us to detect cancers, like the 3D technology that came along. There's another one coming along now called contrast enhanced mammography, which you know is moving along really well. I see that coming in the next few years. and maybe even becoming standard of care. So there's so many things coming. I think the AI will help us catch things easier, stuff that you might just blow off. It'll say, no, take a second look at this.
Right.
And so that's where I think it's actually going to make things easier, and as the volumes increase, you really do need that assistance. So I can't wait till we have this. I know a lot of people are scared of it. I'm not. I'm embracing it. It's like, you know, if it's going to help me catch that cancer earlier and save a life, then by golly, let's use it.
Can't say it better than that. Dr. Raymond Kohne.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. A great conversation with Dr. Raymond Kohne. This week's Meet Your Provider with State of Franklin Healthcare Associates. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by State of Franklin Healthcare Associates.